At the start of 2021, many of us expected the world to return to normalcy. But with the rise of new COVID variants, a massive war for talent, quit rates at an all-time high, and the highest inflation levels in a generation, we should expect more of the same for some time to come. These realities will be layered on top of longer-term technological transformation, continued diversity, equity, and inclusion journeys, and ongoing political disruption and uncertainty. All of this while organizations of all sizes do not have the sufficient and accurate insights necessary to successfully measure, manage, and engage their most important asset, human capital. Today, I'd like to introduce you to Tambr, a complete human capital as a service solution for employers and individuals that maximizes productivity and earning power. Tambr works at any size organization. Any enterprise, leader, person, or team can now own insights in real time, continually, and in one place, yet fully integrated around skills analysis, working preferences, mindset skills and practices, network relationship analysis, people analysis, and career credentials validated through blockchain. It's entirely dynamic, updated frequently, and it's tied to daily communications through Zoom, Slack, Microsoft Teams, Gmail, and many others. Let's walk you through a particular case study. Let's say you're a company growing rapidly and you're now trying to build out this company as quickly as possible. But unfortunately, we're also part of the Great Resignation, and you're noticing that even though you're doing your best to hire, people are still leaving. How can we understand at a granular level how our organization is doing? So let me show you first this overall health view. This gives you a view of how your organization is doing from various standpoints. Let's look at employee engagement from an enterprise level, and we notice that it's low. We can look at coordination and resilience and say, oh, these are doing actually quite well within our organization. So we can go from our original view and also go into, let's say, the marketing department, and we can see how they're doing. They have a very low turnover, so maybe your marketing department is doing really well and they're happy. Unfortunately, when we look at the product department, we realize there's a significant churn risk. So let's go to team view, and here we have the same understanding of the organization, but from different metrics. Here we see that employee engagement is the same, but now we can start to see how cognitive diversity and psychological safety are scored throughout the organization. Let's go back to our product department, and we can see that again, their engagement score is low. It's the same one that we saw in the department breakdown, but they also don't have that much cognitive diversity and team trust, so they maybe aren't collaborating as well. We can also have a team skill breakdown and insights into team values, so we can start to understand how the culture is playing out and what kind of skills are missing. So for example, we can see here that a lot of people value teamwork in the product department, but from team trust, maybe they're not really trusting who they're working with, so they can't actually realize this value. Let's look at another view. Let's look at a manager. We can say, what's our manager doing that might be impacting the scores? So we can look at Will's score here, and we can really understand who he's in charge of in terms of their function, but also the specific team's engagement score, cognitive diversity score, psychological safety score, and team trust scores. Another thing we can do is look at their profile. So maybe there's a skill that we don't have that we need to have. Let's look at the Adobe skill. Maybe there's Photoshop skills that we're missing. So we go in here and we say, okay, who has InDesign skills? And we realize, oh, there's only 2 people in our organization that have InDesign. So let's go ahead and look at who these people are and how they're related. And maybe we can figure out what's happening between them to connect them. And we can see Louise Irwin is a graphic designer. Her region is Europe. Her manager's Herbie, and we can also see her diversity scores. We also see that there are certain risks for her that are quite high. So we notice here that she may be very unhappy in her job, And even if she's highly adaptable and she has high potential, we want to try to figure out a way to engage with her by providing her some nudges or have some meetings to figure out how we can help. Maybe we need to look at a connection to someone else. Maybe we notice there's another person who had the skills. Is there any way that we can have them connected? Is there any way we can sort of team them up so that the skills are transferable if she decides to leave? And we can compare the two. So actually one of our marketing interns has the same skill set, at least a little bit, and we can see where they differ and we can see where they overlap. And we can also see churn risk, so our marketing intern is not likely to leave us, but she doesn't have that much potential. So how do they actually connect? Are they connected at all? So I'm going to go ahead and look at their personal influence. So if I again go and try and find Irwin, and then I'm going to try to find Thompson, I can actually develop connections between people and understand how to engage them more actively. There are so many examples of the interactions between relationships and insights in the Tambr platform. It allows us to look at all different data types, organizational views, team views, archetypes, and workers. We turn structured and unstructured data into highly accurate and unbiased insights to help organizations, teams, and workers make quality decisions, and we're looking to drive meaningful impact. But at the end of the day, it's all about results. So whether it's the churn and great resignation challenge, culture in the age of the hybrid workforce, diversity, equity, and inclusion, or managing collaboration, we can deliver measurable results. Tambr collects the data, delivers the insights, and then acts to engage individuals so that excellence becomes a habit. Tambr is an expert-led effort. It is envisioned and developed through the thinking and support from leaders in the largest Big Four professional consulting firms, along with the insights from the experts from Hunova's Product Advisory Committee and our Hunova labs. Hunova is also leveraging the advanced technology from the leaders in relationship analysis, skills assessments, and blockchain validation.